I was pinning my veil in the mirror when my phone started buzzing nonstop. Mom, Dad, Aunt Beatrice, Cousin Mallory, my whole family blowing up my screen like there was an emergency. I picked up, breathless. What's going on? My mom didn't even say hello. Keaton, we need to talk about your wedding date. My stomach tightened. Why? It's in 12 days. Dad's voice pushed in next. Well, sweetheart, there's been a change. Cassidy booked her wedding for the same day. My chest dropped. What? She knew my date for months. She didn't have any other Saturdays open at the country club, Mom said, as if that solved everything. Her venue is more expensive, more sophisticated. You'll understand someday. We can't ask her to move it. A sharp ringing filled my ears. You're asking me to move my wedding? I said slowly. Mom exhaled, irritated that I wasn't cooperating. Keaton, Cassidy's wedding is the bigger event. Your ceremony is small, intimate. You and Grayson can reschedule. It's not that serious. Not that serious? That was the moment something inside me snapped. Cassidy's voice suddenly chimed in from behind the camera, sugar sweet, like she was doing me a favor. Lo, don't make this weird. My wedding matters to more people. Yours is personal. It'll still be cute any day. You'll get it. I laughed, one sharp, stunned breath. Cute, right? Dad added. We're all attending hers. You can arrange something later, and we'll celebrate afterward. A nice backyard dinner. A backyard dinner for my wedding? They weren't asking me, they were telling me. My fingers curled so tight around the phone I thought it might crack. I wanted to yell, cry, scream, but instead my voice came out calm and icy. So none of you are coming if I keep my date. Silence. Heavy, guilty, pathetic silence. Then Mom said the words that burned into me like acid. You'll understand one day. Her wedding is just more important. I didn't blink, didn't breathe, didn't give them one tear. Thanks, I said softly. I appreciate your honesty, Keaton, Dad started, but I had already hung up. The room was suddenly too quiet, too bright, like I had stepped out of my own life and was watching it from far away. My family had just told me out loud that I didn't matter as much, that my wedding was disposable. My phone buzzed again. Cassidy, Lo, don't be hurt. You'll understand when you have a real wedding, like mine. Love you, 2 hearts. I stared at the screen until my vision blurred, not from tears, but from raw disbelief. A real wedding? I swallowed hard, cheeks burning, legs shaking. For a moment, I felt small, pushed aside, dismissed, like I had been my entire childhood. And then something shifted. Not sadness, not fear, purpose. I wiped my eyes, stood straighter, and whispered to myself, they just handed me the perfect chance. Right then, the door swung open, and Grayson stepped inside, holding a pack of sparkling water and 2 sandwiches, like he had robbed the deli. Hey babe, who died? Your face looks like you saw a ghost. I told him everything. Every word, every insult, every moment my family made it clear my happiness ranked somewhere between a recycling day reminder and a grocery coupon. When I finished, he didn't speak for a full 10 seconds. Then he set the sandwiches down and said calmly and very clearly, "We're not moving our wedding." "I know," I whispered. His jaw tightened. "They said hers is more important?" "Yes." "And that they're all going?" "Yes. And they expect us to have a backyard backup party like we're grilling hot dogs?" That one almost made me laugh. Apparently, Grayson walked up, put both hands on my arms and looked at me the way someone looks at something precious. Then we're going to give them a show they'll never forget. A pulse of electricity climbed through me. "What do you mean?" "You're an event planner," he said, "a brilliant one. You've made people cry, scream, applaud. You've transformed barns, rooftops, warehouses, everything. If they think your wedding is some tiny backyard thing, prove them wrong." His words hit me like a match against dry wood. I could see it, clear as if I was already walking through it. The castle, the lights, the gown, the live cameras, the audience, and my family sitting at home dressed up for Cassidy's wedding while 3 million strangers watched mine instead. Something inside me caught fire. I can pull it off, I said. I can actually pull it off. Grayson's grin was slow and proud. Of course you can. I grabbed my laptop and opened my contacts. A castle-style venue in upstate New York I'd worked with last year. They had begged me for more exposure, begged me for a viral event, a production company that owed me a favor after I saved their disastrous bridal shoot. 3 live stream creators who had promised to collaborate on a project whenever I needed them, and a wedding dress designer who had sworn she'd make me something breathtaking one day. Today was that day. I dialed the castle first. "Hi," I said cheerfully. "Quick question. What are you doing in 12 days? Their manager nearly screamed. Inside me, something uncurled. Confidence I hadn't felt before. Strength. Revenge, but classy. The kind that didn't need shouting. Grayson opened the fridge and held up a sparkling water like he was toasting. "To the best revenge," he said. I clinked my can against his. "The one they'll watch unfold live." The manager of Willow Crest Castle called me back within 8 minutes, breathless, excited, practically vibrating through the phone. "Keaton, are you serious? A full production wedding here? Live streamed?" "Absolutely," I said, pacing across my tiny apartment like it was already a ballroom. "I want drone coverage, balcony cameras, long lens shots down the grand staircase, everything." He didn't hesitate. "We'll clear the schedule. You can have the estate from Friday through Sunday. No extra fees." My heart thudded. It was happening for real. After I hung up, Grayson looked at me like he'd known this version of me his whole life, the version my family never cared to see. "What's next?" he asked. I pointed at him. "You're calling your best man. Tell him we're upgrading." He laughed. "Upgrading, Keaton? This is turning into a movie." Exactly. While he called, I texted the live event creators who owed me favors. Within 10 minutes, "Yes, we'll bring a 3-camera setup. Count me in. I'll handle the aerial shots. We'll build the live stream funnel. You're about to break the internet." I felt adrenaline racing through me like electricity. It wasn't about showing off. It wasn't about hurting my sister. It was about reclaiming something my family had stolen. Respect. And maybe a little poetic justice didn't hurt. The next morning, I woke up to 20 messages from my mom, 12 from my dad, and 6 from Cassidy. I didn't open a single one. Instead, I met with my team at our tiny office above the donut shop. My business partner, Daphne, nearly choked on her iced coffee. "You're getting married at Willow Crest Castle in 12 days?" "Yes," I said, "and we're live streaming it." Her eyes widened, like big, very big. Her grin stretched ear to ear. Finally, a client who lets us go wild. I tossed her a folder. "Here's your chance. Build the aesthetic. High romance, soft gold, champagne tones, dramatic lighting, the kind of wedding people can't stop sharing." My other partner, Tamsin, slapped both hands on the table. "I'm already crying, and I haven't even seen the dress." I smiled. About the dress, I called Sloan Mercer, an independent designer I adored. She answered while sketching something, her pencil scratching in the background. "Keaton, you disappeared for months. Are you alive?" "I'm more than alive," I said, breathless. "I'm getting married, and I want you to design my dress." She froze. "You're kidding. I want something unforgettable." The pencil dropped. "Come to my studio in 2 hours." By sunset, she had pinned me into a mock-up silk lace and a long, shimmering train that caught every light. "You're going to look like you're floating," Sloan whispered. I blinked fast to keep tears away. I'd never felt so seen, so valued, so chosen. My phone buzzed again, family group chat lighting up. "Dad, please answer. Your mother is upset. Mom, we need to talk about your attitude. Cassidy, you're being silly now. We didn't mean to hurt your feelings." Grayson peeked over my shoulder. "Don't reply yet." I slid the phone away. Not because I was being petty, but because their guilt came too late. They didn't want me, just my compliance. For once, I wanted something bigger than their approval, my own voice. 3 days later, everything was set. The castle, the production crew, the decor, the guest list, small, intimate, full of people who actually loved us, and the live stream announcement teaser. Daphne posted it on our agency page. A modern fairy tale wedding, live at Willow Crest Castle. Save the date. Within 12 hours, 1.2 million views, 400,000 shares, comments exploding. Grayson hugged Yi from behind as we watched the numbers climb. "You did this," he murmured. "No, we did. And my family, they had no idea what was coming." 4 days before the wedding, I finally opened the family group chat. Not because I missed them, but because Daphne insisted I should at least enjoy the reaction. The messages had gotten desperate. "Mom, Keaton, what is this about a castle? Is this a joke? Dad, your cousin saw something online. Call us. Cassidy, why are people tagging me in your wedding teaser? What are you doing?" I didn't reply. Instead, I forwarded the live stream countdown link. Nothing else. Within seconds, my phone rang. "Mom." Grayson raised an eyebrow. "You sure you want to take that?" "I'm done hiding," I said, and answered. Mom's voice exploded through the speaker. "A castle? Live? What are you thinking? You can't upstage your sister like this." I took a deep breath. Calm, controlled. "I'm not upstaging anyone. I'm getting married. You made it clear you wouldn't come, so I made my own plans." Dad jumped in. "You didn't even give us a chance to fix things. You told me her wedding was more important," I said steady. "You chose, not me." Silence, thick and uncomfortable. Then Cassidy spoke in the background, clearly unaware she was loud enough to hear. "She's doing this for attention. She wants to steal my day." I smiled to myself. There it was, the truth under every polite excuse. Mom cleared her throat. "Honey, we're all under pressure. You're making this harder than it needs to be." "No," I said softly. "I'm just not making it easier for you anymore." Then I hung up, not out of spite, but out of self-respect. Grayson slipped his arms around me. Was that as satisfying as it sounded? More. The next 2 days were a blur of rehearsals, floral deliveries, camera tests, lighting checks, and last-minute guests flying in who said things like, "Girl, we saw the teaser. We wouldn't miss this for anything." People believed in me. They respected what I built. They weren't choosing me because they felt obligated. They genuinely wanted to be there. That alone was worth everything. The night before the wedding, the castle glowed like something out of a storybook. Warm gold lights dancing across the stone walls, lanterns lining the pathways, a soft breeze rolling across the hills. I walked through the ballroom as Daphne and Tamsin ran final checks. "You nervous?" Tamsin asked. "No," I said honestly. "For the first time, I feel steady, like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be." She hugged me. "Your family has no idea what they passed up." I looked around at the draped fabrics, candlelit tables, delicate florals, sweeping staircases, and thought, neither do they know what I'm becoming without them. Later that evening, I checked the live stream countdown page. Viewers waiting, 2.4 million. My breath caught. Grayson, a look. He whistled low. "This is insane." My eyes stung, not with sadness, but with overwhelming disbelief. People cared. People wanted to celebrate with us. People were choosing me, a woman they didn't even know, simply because the moment felt beautiful. The universe had given me a louder family, one that wasn't bound by blood, but by support. At midnight, my phone buzzed again. This time, it was a video message from Cassidy. I opened it. She stood in her wedding robe, hair in rollers, impatience all over her face. "Keaton, can you stop this? Seriously, you're embarrassing yourself. No one wants to watch your small wedding. Just postpone it like a normal person." Behind her, I saw Mom nodding. I hit reply and recorded my own message. Calm, clear, steady. "Hi, Cassidy. Just so you know, more than 2 million people are waiting for my wedding tomorrow. Small, maybe, but meaningful. And unlike yours, mine isn't competing with anyone." I ended the recording and sent it. Grayson burst out laughing. "You're unbelievable. I'm just getting started," I said. The morning of the wedding arrived. Sunlight hit the castle towers. Camera crews buzzed like energy in motion. Guests filled the courtyard with anticipation. And the live stream timer hit. 1 minute. My chest tightened, not with fear, but with victory. Today, I wasn't the backup daughter. I was the bride the world was watching. The castle bells rang softly as I stepped into the bridal suite, sunlight spilling across the floor. Sloane was behind me, fastening the last delicate clasp on my dress. "You look unreal," she whispered. I glanced in the mirror. The gown shimmered with every breath I took. Light gold undertones, soft lace sleeves, a train that looked like it floated on air. I didn't look like a woman who'd been pushed aside. I looked like someone stepping into her own life. Outside, music swelled. The live stream timer hit 0. Comments shot across the screen faster than I could read them. "This looks like a movie. Best wedding live stream ever. Who is this planner? She's incredible." I took a steady breath. Let's do this. Sloane opened the door and the entire room exhaled in awe. As I stepped into the hallway, the cameras captured everything. The soft light, the dress, the moment my eyes lifted and met Grayson's from across the courtyard. When the guests stood, the sound washed over me like a wave. Not applause, not validation, but love, real love, the kind my family never gave willingly. I walked the staircase slowly, the warm light catching on each beaded detail. The castle walls made the moment feel even bigger than it was, but Grayson's smile grounded me. When I reached him, he took my hands. "You're breathtaking," he whispered. "So are you." The officiant, Grayson's childhood mentor, spoke warmly, guiding us through heartfelt vows. Everything felt like it belonged to us, down to the breeze that lifted my veil. At the perfect moment, the chat exploded. "The veil! OMG, this is magic! I don't even know them, but I'm crying. This is the fairy tale she deserved." For the first time in my life, I truly felt seen. No comparison, no competition, no hierarchy, just love, exactly as it should be. After the ceremony, as the cameras caught our first kiss, I saw a sudden burst of notifications on my phone. Texts from Mom, Dad, and Cassidy. I stepped aside while Grayson talked to the videographers. My hands shook as I opened the messages. "Mom, Keaton, we didn't know it would be this big." "Dad, can we join the live stream? The link isn't loading for us." "Cassidy, did you seriously get 3 million people to watch your wedding? Why?" I let out a soft laugh. 3 million! 3 million people came without being guilted, pressured, or emotionally manipulated. Just pure interest in celebration. I typed back one message. My wedding was important too. Then I put my phone away. Today wasn't about proving them wrong. It was about proving myself right. The reception was a dream. String lights hovered above us like stars. Our guests danced, laughed, and toasted with genuine joy. Camera crews floated across the space like invisible magic, capturing each beautiful moment. At one point, Grayson pulled me aside and spun me under the lights. "You did it," he whispered. "You built something unforgettable." "We did it," I corrected. He kissed my forehead. "I'm proud of you." My chest tightened in the best way possible. I wasn't the overlooked daughter anymore. I was a woman who built her own moment and invited the world to celebrate. Later that night, after the guests left and the live stream replay hit 4.6 million views, Grayson and I stood alone on the terrace overlooking the castle grounds. The air was warm, the sky clear, the world quiet. "Do you regret anything?" he asked. I thought of Cassidy's smug smile, my parents' dismissive tone, their insistence that her wedding mattered more, their surprise when they realized mine was something bigger, and I smiled. "Not a single thing," I said. "They taught me exactly what I needed to choose myself." Grayson took my hand. "Then this is the start of something perfect." The castle lights glowed behind us as we walked inside, married, happy, and stronger than ever. My family's approval no longer defined me, my happiness did, and tonight I finally claimed it.